option. I heard you loud and clear. Now I know I'm in my power, and you're not welcome back here. It goes 3, 2, 1. I was seeing through your mask, then I course corrected self. Your manipulative tactics you can play on someone else. What is up, besties? It's your girl, the Karmic DF, back to you again with an emergency reading, and we are currently looking at the assassination of a 32-year-old Republican speaker, Charlie Kirk, I believe his name is, and I know that the thing is ongoing, so I just want to reference what time it is when I'm recording this. It is 12:20 on September 12th, so if they come out with new information by the time I drop this, sorry. But one thing I want to say before we even get into this, we have got to work on trying to understand the people that we do not understand. Now, he's not registered or affiliated with a specific party, but honestly, this all boils down to mental health, the fear of survival, and social media makes that way worse. And what do? We memorialize the killers and we forget about the victims. So let me have just a tangent for a freaking second here. A Democrat can be a murderer. A Republican can be a murderer. Ugly and hatred knows no bounds. And the hardest part about this is Republicans really don't have that much power. Democrats don't have that much power because the 1%, the rich, are just sitting here and they're eating it up and they're laughing at all of us, turning against each other when we should be coming together. So let me get off my high horse for a second because I could see where this can go with the comment section. And I remember reading all the comments of like, good, I'm so glad that Trump gets shot at. When does it end? Because when you reward people, more people think that they're doing a due diligence. How many people said that they wanted, what's his name, Mangione to be their baby daddy? He killed someone in cold blood. Aim better, do better. So let me just, because this is not the way. We need to learn how to remove our emotions and understand where people are coming from. Everybody is scared of the way the world is today. Everybody is afraid of where their next meal is going to come from, of where their paycheck is going to come from. Shit, my car won't start right now. So if y'all could send me some positive vibes because that's stressing me the hell out, I'd appreciate it. This world is crazy, and the biggest issue that it boils down to is mental health. The guy that's the suspect right now, Tyler Robinson, I believe, he's 22 years old. That boy's prefrontal cortex is not even fully developed yet. You know he got the balls to do it because social media is fueling this hate, and it needs to end. It makes me sick to my fucking stomach. I don't even feel bad for saying that. So what I want to look at is why he did it. I know there's a couple of people in my comment section that think that like it was a setup or something like that, like it was a planned hit. Honestly, I keep being drawn to Louis Mangione, so whether or not it was a planned setup, I guarantee this kid has mental health issues, and he thought he could take on the world. I mean, the moment I got into this reading, before I've even started, that's where my head went. And I'm being drawn to my biblical tarot deck, so I don't know if he's like a religious fanatic or whatever, or he thinks that, what's his name, Charlie is. I know that Charlie was doing a speech where it was supposed to be a healthy debate, which is exactly the point. We need to agree to disagree. And I don't know if it's my age or whatever, but we had a civics class back in high school where we had to argue both sides of like pro-life and other shit that's, you know, divisive. But at the end of the day, you shake hands, you agree to disagree, and you move the hell on. Or you do some peaceful protests, you do something that's useful, you don't murder. There's never a time where this is okay. And if we keep going, oh yay, then you're going to teach other young children that think it's okay to do this type of shit, because then they see you going, oh my God. Like how many people probably saw everybody worshiping Mangione for killing a CEO, and then they went, ooh, good idea. What the hell is this world coming to? Just had to say it. I had to say it. All right, so let's get into the reading, guys. Also, just to let y'all know, I am back in action taking wait list readings only. So a few of you have gotten emails. I'm going to go slow. I'm almost done with the readings. I have 2 left, and then there's 2 people
that I can't get a hold of. One of your names begins with an A. One of your names begins with a C. If you haven't gotten your reading yet, it's because I can't get a hold of you, so please reach out to me. So I want to look at why this happened. What do we need to know? All alleged and for entertainment purposes only. So as always, thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. If you're new here, I promise I'm not always this aggressive, but what is this world coming to? Because if we don't stop giving these people like a round of applause for murder, we're looking at a purge in the future. Like, this shit's getting crazy. And then you don't want the military to start getting crazy. But if we get crazy, the military's going to get crazy. So bring peace. Bob Marley, Martin Luther King, Jesus, like, they would be so upset right now. You know what I mean? So come on, guys. Like, it's just... Ugh. And that was the moment I touched into this energy too. So that's not necessarily just me. That's probably my spirit team and everyone looking out for us. This is not okay. Murder is never the answer. We need peaceful protest. We need radical transformation. And it comes with we the people. We feel like we're so unempowered, and that's so not true. If we all decided to stop paying taxes right now, if we all agreed to it, there's nothing they could do. There's more of us than there is of them. We don't have to resort to violence. But anyway... Why did this happen? What do you want us to know, spirit guides? Let's go. I'm just so sad. Two lives. 2 long lives. Just 32-year-old gone. 22-year-old, whole life ahead of him, gone. Like, I want to cry. It's just disgusting. Anyway, 4 of Swords. Rejection. That's not a good start. The Hermit. Why do I feel like this kid feels like an outsider? 4 of Wands in my home life. This sounds like my tangent. Mental health issues. I would not be shocked if we find out that he's got mental health issues. This reminds me of like how, I think it was Tyler, am I getting his name right? Mangione, Louis Mangione. How he was found like looking at dark web, or he would like post guns and stuff like that. It's a similar type of energy. Why did he do it? Could have went through a breakup with that Lover's card in reverse. Cheating maybe? Yeah, Queen of Wands. Okay, I don't care if this doesn't come out because, you know, they're not going to talk about the deep set of why, but Lovers reversed, 7 of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Why do I feel like he went through a breakup? Felt like he wasn't seen. Felt like his home life, he wasn't seen. Felt like he was rejected and abandoned, and so he felt like he could be a hero. Just like Louis Mangione. That's probably why I went on that rant. Guys, mental health is the major crisis right now. And I honestly, like, I think because they're making me embody the emotion, like, if you believe in spirits, if you believe in anything that's, you know, watching out for us, I feel they're just, whatever's looking out for us is very upset right now. Because this is going to continue. It's going to continue. I've seen this in the general messages. I feel like this guy he either had a girlfriend and one of them cheated, either him or her, but there was some sort of like breakup or a girl that he was into that it didn't work out with. He felt rejected. He didn't feel seen in his home. And it was like, I'm going to make a name for myself. Do you see why this is so problematic? Why did he do it? Conflict. Queen of Swords in reverse. This is like this has something to do with a woman. This has something to do with a woman. I feel like a woman might have rejected him. Because I'm looking at the core reason. If he got paid or something, I'll let you know. But this has something to do with a girl. He's 22 years old. He's a child. No offense if you're that age, but come on, guys. I gotta chill. Spirit team. God grant me the serenity to accept things I cannot change. The Devil card in reverse. I wonder if he was toxic and he had a girlfriend and she was like, enough. Or someone he was interested in with that Lover's card. And that Devil card, it feels like he got into an argument with someone cut him off. That Ace of Swords, it's like, okay, I got an idea. And then look at like the black and the white, which reminds me of like Two-Face. So it's like, okay, it really gives me that abandonment wound that I feel in a lot of the celebrities where it's like, I'm not enough. And so what happens when radical shit happens like this? Look at it, like Manson and all of them. They get remembered forever. Yeah, I'm hearing the song Forever Young. I want to be forever young. Like, I want to cry. Like, I send so much love to all of the families. What is this? Oh, 4 of Pentacles. Letting go. Two of Pentacles in reverse. I think someone let him go. Someone didn't want him. And this is like, I swear to God, I feel like, because I'm seeing like how murderers have these like documentaries on Netflix, and then they get book deals, and then everybody loves them, and then they get letters from like mentally ill women while they're in jail. I think he's one of many that just worships people that do this shit because they get recognized. And when you are a kid that feels like you're not being recognized, you live in a world that is dangerous and everybody's terrified and social media exacerbates all of the fear, then someone with a mind that's still forming is having an identity crisis. I mean, you have depression and anxiety at an all-time high right now. What do you expect? Was this like a setup, Spirit Team? Did someone set him up to do this? Like, did someone want Charlie Kirk dead? What was his sign again? I think he was a Libra. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. That, I don't buy that it was. Three of Pentacles. Hold on. Justice. No, this is like taking power into my own hands. Temperance in reverse. He wasn't balanced. He wasn't mentally well. There could be a third person. It's possible. But maybe he was just having trouble at work. I can't fully tell yet. Because like Spirit just keeps bringing me right back to mental health and something to do with the girl. Two of Wands, friction. I don't know how to move forward in life. And didn't they like, because I looked at articles right before I got into this. I think they were talking about how he did really well in like some sort of college scores or whatever. So another life lost. I don't know if it's that deep, guys. I think it's just that fucking sad. Is there anyone that set it up for Charlie Kirk to die that is not this child, Spirit Team? Imbalance. Perseverance. The Hierophant's about relationships. So unless there was someone like a girlfriend that told him to do it or something like that, I don't feel like this is a conspiracy. I feel like we have a mental health crisis that is only going to continue if people don't manage their intake of social media and the news. This feels like a kid with a lot of fucking trauma that was like quick to the trigger. Yeah, like I see like a match over like a gasoline stove and it's like it's only a matter of time. I don't care what his family says because of course they're going to protect their child regardless. But I think he wasn't doing well. And I feel like there might have been a breakup or there's a woman here that's coming out that cut him off, didn't want anything to do with him. Like I'm seeing every movie ever where there's a kid that gets bullied and he doesn't feel important and so he shoots up a school. And I know that I sound really mad, but the moment I'm channeling, it's not fully me. So there's something higher than me that's fucking pissed right now. Why did he do this? Was there anyone involved? This feels like he felt stuck in life. He didn't know where he was headed. He felt alone. He felt like he wasn't seen. Yeah, what is the song? Creep. I don't belong here. And then the world is like, yeah, I'm hearing the song, I think it's Good Charlotte, Lifestyles of the Rich and the Famous. He wanted to be memorialized. What do we need to know about Charlie Kirk, Spirit Team? Like, was there a bigger purpose for this? Like a higher reason? Like, why? Why? Like two very young men, lives cut short. What I'm being drawn to, and I know that mostly women follow me, but ladies, hear me out because you want to end up with a good man, right? If you're straight or bi, or if you just like men, whatever. We have a crisis on both genders, but we're going to focus on men for a second. I know women breathe. Men are being taught wrong in terms of what we want, right? You're taught as a child, like emotions don't serve you. You have to be a provider. But now we are in a stage where women don't need providers. We need emotionally intelligent men. And so if men are being taught wrong and then women are rejecting them and they don't understand and they feel like I'm being drawn to these statistics that it was on a podcast. It was a neuroscientist was talking about how men feel like they're worthless. And there was a study that when they do their suicide notes, which is so fucking sad, they felt like they had no purpose in this world because they were taught from young that they have to be a provider. So if something as simple as a woman is saying no, that's going to trigger a little boy, which he is. He's a little boy. You can be angry that he did this. I'm angry too. I'm angry in general, but I'm angry at the world because it's the world that is the reason that this had to happen. That's a kid. To my people that are older, 30 and up, remember when you were in your 20s, did you make good life choices? Because I didn't. I'm not saying that I murdered anybody and he should be held accountable, but death penalty? I don't personally agree with that. I'm sorry. I don't. I empathize so much for Charlie Kirk's family, but this is a story about a kid who felt like I want to cry in this energy. It's like I feel like, oh, spirit, don't make me embody his emotions. I just keep hearing creep, I don't belong here. And I think because he wasn't taught how to deal with his feelings, it was like, at least if I do this, people are going to worship me because people hate Republicans right now. And people don't feel safe. And so if I take out one of the bad guys, then people will love me. And I want to cry because I feel like nobody loves me. And it's not my energy, guys. And I understand that you're going to get upset in the comments and be like, this guy deserves no mercy. I understand, but you have to understand that we have an epidemic of people that feel this way. And if they keep seeing this on TV and on the news, and then you got fucking women sending letters to them in jail, thanking them for killing people. This is going to continue to happen. I think my spirit guides are coming in hot. Like, if y'all don't fucking shape up, because I am mad, and I was not mad before I stepped into this energy. Can I get anything about Charlie Kirk? I don't think this has anything to do with Charlie Kirk. I really feel like this is just like, everybody hates Republicans right now. Everybody thinks that Trump's the devil. And he does some shit that's fucked up. I'm not disagreeing with that. But I feel like he saw this as his opportunity to matter. What about Charlie Kirk, Spear? Is there anything we need to know about Charlie? Am I getting his name right? I think I am. Pretty positive. High Priestess. Okay, one thing I'm going to say, if you're not spiritual, maybe skip ahead. I don't know. With that High Priestess card, when I keep pulling on to Charlie's energy, I feel like if this brings any solace to the people that are into spirituality, I think his soul signed up for this. I'm sorry, but I see it where it was meant to wake people up. Because I feel like Charlie was a more likable character. Like, Trump is kind of hard to like as a Republican. I understand that. I'm not downplaying that. I don't really know anything about Charlie. I haven't been online in like over a week. But I feel like he was a likable soul. And I feel like someone like him had to die. Big picture, so that everyone can see that both sides are being radicalized right now. Both sides are getting too extreme when we should be coming together. Yeah, what is that Bob Marley song? I just lost it. Oh, I lied. It's Modest Yahoo. All my life I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars and our children will pray one day. I think that Charlie was meant, because look at how devastating it is. I read in the comments that you guys gave me that he was like, even though he was a Republican, like he was open to having a healthy conversation. He was a good example of what a Republican should be. So for him to be taken out, it makes you have to think, what are we doing? Regardless, if you hate Trump, do some protests, do some campaigns, do something that matters. Stop putting this shit on Facebook where you have young minds that are going to be like, well, if I take him out, people will love me, because that's where the energy. I don't see any corruption in this. If there is, there could be a third party with that Three of Pentacles here. But honestly, it just feels like he snapped over a woman. Unless somehow the woman told him to. Like, that's possible, I guess. But honestly, I don't fully feel that. Charlie Kirk, please. I think it was meant to happen to wake people up, because I think even though he was a Republican, especially with the way this looks, it's like, I want to give back. I want to have healthy debates. I want you to see where I'm coming from, and I want to find, yeah, I'm hearing the song, Why Don't You Just Meet Me in the Middle? I want people to understand. I want us to come together despite our differences. I think that Charlie was a stand-up character. I think he was a good person, and I want to fucking cry so bad, and I know it's not my feelings. But I want to say that his soul did sign up for this. I know some of you are going to be like, fuck you, I get it, I hear you, I understand. It's not fair, but we all signed up for this moment in history. This is the pain it causes. Charlie, please. Cups in reverse. He wanted to make real change. And I don't think the kid had any idea. I don't think he was none the wiser. I don't think it was about Charlie specifically, even if it did. It's reminding me of Aphrodite. Shout out to him. Didn't he say something about how Mangione, like, is making it look like he planned it, but in reality he could have snapped? Because it's kind of feeling like that. Like, you might find out that he had plans, or like he showed off guns or something like that. But this feels like a kid with mental health issues. And it was just like, oh, got an opportunity to make a name for myself. I keep going back to that. I don't know how long this reading is going to be. I mean, if it's longer, then I came up with something. But I just feel this guy really wanted to be a way shower. He wanted Democrats to talk to him so that we could find a path where we can coexist and agree to disagree. And I don't feel like this kid knew that. I don't think he cared. I think he just... I'm repeating myself. What do we need to know about Charlie, please? Yeah, this is so fucking sad. Did he have a family? Because this is like... I feel like he wanted to be president. Like, this feels like he wanted to make a name for himself. This is like the Republican you pray for. Like, all right, I have a different view set than you do, but I want us to come together. And just like I was mentioning how in high school we had that civics class where at the end you'd be arguing a pro-life with a pro-choicer and we'd have to shake hands and we'd let it go. But social media has exacerbated our need to be validated by outside sources, and this is what happens. The Tower card, yep. 3 of Cups. He wanted to bring people together. This is so sad. He wanted to bring people together. Guys, sometimes it's not a big conspiracy. What do we need to know about Trump? Oh, he's worried. He's worried. I don't know if he's beefing up security or something, because it's giving me like, oh my God, the people are losing their mind. I got to be safe. It's already happened to me before. I stand by this. I know you don't care if you hate Trump. I get it, but don't radicalize yourself like this. But I think that something changed in his brain when he was almost assassinated, where he woke up a little bit and now he's afraid that he's going to die. And I remember some astrologers saying that, like, he's got this, like, I don't know. Astrologers, tell me in the comments if you know about this, but there's something about his chart where he could die a martyr, like in the upcoming couple years. And I think he is afraid that he's next. I see him being like, oh my God, they're plucking us out one by one. What are we going to do? These are real people, you guys. Like, I'm not downplaying that, you know, Trump is fucking over people like immigrants and people, transgender community. I'm not downplaying that. But when has murder ever been the answer? I don't... 5 of Wands. He's worried that y'all are going to come for him, find a way to blame him. That's where his narcissism comes in a little bit. I think he's trying to figure out how to move because he knows that his mouth gets him in trouble, which, thank you for bringing that up, Spirit, because now I can laugh for a second. And I do think, the problem is the government, because I'm being drawn to Patel, they're going to want to make an example out of this kid so that people don't think to do it again, which I get it, but a death penalty on a 22-year-old who's mentally unwell, I'm not saying what he did is okay, but what's wrong with life in jail? Did you hear about the conditions of jail? It makes you go fucking insane. Like, there's some higher power that's really upset right now because I feel it. Trump, please. Strength card. I think he's trying to figure out how to be vulnerable for the people, show that he does have a heart, that it's not okay. I wouldn't be shocked if he beefs up security. Wouldn't even be shocked if this ends up being like military being more firm now. Honestly, guys, like, I feel like Spirit keeps zooming me out. They don't want to focus on the specifics because if we don't stop, what I see is military state. I'm not kidding. Oh my God, okay. So side note, yesterday, burnt out, sitting in my grass. This military airplane flew over my house. I have never seen a military plane, at least not that close. Like, it was like close. Like, why would it be in my area close? And I think Spirit wants to warn us that if this radicalization keeps happening on both sides, we're going to enter I don't mean to scare you guys, but this is dangerous. This is like beefing up military in your neighborhood. This is like you're going to the grocery store and there's military down the street. That could have been why there was a fucking airplane yesterday. I wasn't online. I wouldn't have known. Why do I feel like they're going to beef up military? This is a dangerous game, you guys. I think if all of you have half a brain, you need to start praying that people get the help that they need. Stop praying that Trump gets assassinated. Stop praying that... Just pray for the peace and well-being of everyone. Because this is just a sad story. Trump, please. 3 of Swords. Yeah, he's devastated. I think Trump really liked this guy. I don't know how well he liked the guy, but I think that... I keep hearing like he was a stand-up man. I think Trump liked what he stood for. I think Trump liked how he held himself. So if it was a setup, it definitely wasn't Trump because Trump likes the guy. And I keep being drawn back to now Trump is afraid that they're going to come after him. So here's the problem, guys. When they're afraid, they beef up military. They beef up police. And then what happens? Looting, protest that turns into ugly things. And then now you have black kids getting killed because they're like, this is so dangerous. It's not just always a conspiracy. It's mental health crisis. Crisis? You know what I mean. Trump, please. Trump doesn't know what to do. Honestly, he doesn't know what to do. I think he's talking with his people right now about how to approach it in the media. But this is like, they're going to get stricter. If people decide to kill people, they're going to get stricter. Like giving a death penalty to a 22-year-old. And we can agree to disagree. That's the whole point. But he's a kid. And he's traumatized like the rest of the world. Did that mean Charlie Kirk deserved it? Absolutely not. But Charlie Kirk's not even coming out in this reading because that's not what they want to focus on. This was just happenstance. I don't buy that there's a... I'm going to try again. Was there any coercion? Anyone tell anyone in his ear? Anything like that? I'm being drawn to like Facebook and seeing posts where like, fuck the Republicans and like wish somebody would... Like this feels like an opportunity in his mind. And I keep being drawn right back to Louis Mangione. Where it's like that kid is now being worshipped, right? He was a good-looking kid. And he killed a CEO. Doesn't make it okay. You know? I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm coming in hot, but like whatever is talking to me is just not happy with where our world is at right now. I don't know what else to ask. The outcome? I don't know. The problem is our government is fucking scared right now. And when you're scared, how do you behave? This gives me like, I'm not saying gun reform, but this is like, I keep seeing military in places where military usually are not. Or just beefing up security to some extent because they're terrified. They're trying to find a way to make this as... How do I word this? I wonder if they're going to bring up mental health, actually. With that little cup there, because that reminds me of the Ace of Cups. They might just straight up tell you he was mentally unwell. Because now I'm hearing the song, I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell. Maybe this will make them actually focus on the real life... The reality that everybody's traumatized between the lockdowns and, you know, if you're around my age, Y2K, 9/11, all of it. Katrina, all of it. That's a lot of trauma in the entire world. And when that is on fire, you know what I mean? Literal fires and everything like that, nobody feels safe. So we have to lean on one another. Yeah, I'm hearing Lean on Me by Bill Withers. We have to lean on our neighbor. We have to try to understand why people think the way that they do without judgment. Like, I am very firmly pro-choice, but if you want to be pro-life, I respect your right to do so. Just don't push it on me. And even if that was the case, I know it's not you specifically. We have to be looking at what the major problem is. It's our government. And what would we do? What would Martin Luther King Jr. do? He would do a peaceful protest. We have a government that's scared of us right now, and that is not a good thing. Ten of Pentacles. I do think they're going to want to put money into this, which again means like off of our back. So I think that prices of stuff's going to go up. Because look at this. They're trying to move chess-wise. So it's like, how do we keep our elected officials safe? Well, let's put more money into military. Oh, this is so dangerous. I did not know it was going to be this bad. It's reminding me every time I see readings where you guys are like, this is a conspiracy. And then I see Scooby-Doo where they catch the villain and the villain's like your next door neighbor. It's like the villain is the next door neighbor. They're not well. And the government's going to crack down. This is not good. And this is going to, the prices of shit's going to go up now because they're going to be putting money into military. Why do you think Trump just changed it to what? Something of war. They changed the name, something of war, defense of war. I'm butchering it. You could tell me in the comments. Is there anything? It's all the retrograde planets. Wasn't it just a full moon too? If they eventually release his astrology chart, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like some aspect of like Pluto or there's something in his chart where it was like destined to happen, where he was destined to snap. I could feel that. The shooter. But the government's going to be putting money into things like the military to protect themselves from us. I know this is not the reading you guys wanted. I'm sorry. But I think Spirit is more concerned about what we do to protect ourselves and how we can move forward safely for our kids. If not for yourself, for your children. Do you want your children to grow up where they're going to a school and they're getting patted down? Because this is the direction we're headed in. They're really thinking about amping up military. This gives me like starting a draft again. This is not good. Eight of Swords. When the government is scared, the government's scared right now. Like I got the chills. This is not good. This is not good at all. Please share this with your friends. If you have anybody that you know that's like, yeah, I'm so glad he did it. You need to tell them what's going on because we are like this fucking close to like a bordering on a civil war. I don't know if civil war is the right word because wouldn't that be like us versus us? I don't feel like it's us versus us. It feels like a draft mixed with more military operations. My throat is going too. Like, this is not good. This is not good, bestie. Nine of Wands. What happens when you're defensive? Look at this. When you feel defensive, you lash out. Think about a time where you felt really emotionally raw and then you acted out of character. That's what happened with this kid. That's what's happened with the Mangione kid. And now the government is thinking, oh my God, all of our political people aren't safe. So then they think that we aren't safe. And when they think we aren't safe, we're not safe. So how about this? What do you want people to know most of all, Spirit Team? Because this just feels like, honestly, this feels like if we don't get our shit together, this is the first time I've actually worrying that we're on a timeline where this could end very badly. I mean, if you mind your P's and Q's, you focus on yourself, you don't get involved in this shit, turn off the news, don't watch the Facebook radical stuff, make sure you're educating your family and your friends and calming them down when this shit happens, you'll be fine. But at least America as we know it, yeah, I'm hearing song, it's going down, I'm yelling timber. This is dangerous. Because I'm telling you right now, it's almost like it sparked a chain of events. The Mangione kid. It's lighting up the minds of other kids like them that feel rejected. I keep being drawn to how, like, there's a lot of psychologists on podcasts right now that are saying that, and I know women, calm down, but especially white young men feel like they don't have a place in this world because we post online all the time, hate men. And listen, I understand, trust me. That's why I've been single for, well, like 2 years now. But we can't blame men. Not all cops, not all black people, not all women, not all Republicans, not all anything. Ugliness, depression, mental health, it affects us all. And if we don't start to have empathy and compassion, didn't I do a reading? I wish I remember which one it was, but there was a reading I said where we need to manage our empathy reserves because people are going to start losing their minds. This is it. This is what I was talking about. So what do you want people to know? How do we end this, Spirit? This is giving me like seeing the bigger picture so that we can move forward. And look at the little fire in the back too. This is like if we don't come together. I'm really not trying to scare you, but this is giving me Civil War vibes. Or like cops not feeling safe and then killing people that didn't deserve to be killed. This is giving me, what was that? Who was that guy that got, I know his name because I'm channeling, I can't think of it. Floyd. This is giving me like we're going to be seeing more of this shit because our cops don't feel safe. Military doesn't feel safe. The government doesn't feel safe, which, you know, the person in me is like, fuck the government. But we got to do it smart. You know what I mean? Nine of Cups. This is, oh my God. This is manifesting because of all the anger people have towards Trump and the Republican Party, which is totally valid. But do something productive about it. That's what Spirit is asking you to do. If you're passionate because immigrants are being displaced, and if you're passionate because we have war vets that are homeless on the streets, do something productive about it. What can you do? Can you spread the word? Can you volunteer? Anything like that. But if all you're doing is spewing hatred on social media, you're part of the problem. Because this manifested because this kid thought that this would be his wish fulfillment. Because we... Do you remember any of the victims' names of Manson? Do you remember the victims' names of Louis Mangione? What was his name off the top of your head? No Google. Do you remember the CEO's name? Do you remember his name? Do you remember the name of any of the serial killer's victims? No, because we memorialize the people that murder. And until that stops, we're going to see more of this. And they're going to crack down. I see more military, and this is fucking dangerous, guys. You guys know me. I'm not a doom and gloom type of person. I'm usually the glass is half full. I don't see that here. Seven of Cups. They're like, we need to get real because the people are losing their minds. This is like government versus the people. And if we don't peaceful protest, if we don't move very methodically and safely with love in our heart, you're looking at a civil war. We might actually see that in our lifetime. I can't believe I'm saying that. It's not a definite, and I don't want to scare you guys. And if this is overwhelming for you, I want you to turn off my video. Go outside. Put on something that makes you feel good. Hold a stuffed animal. Tell your loved ones that you love them. Play with your cat. Do what you got to do. Watch kids' movies. Whatever you need to do. If you can't watch this video, I respect that. Take care of your mental health. That is such a major message from Spirit right now because this isn't over. I see light bulbs going off in other kids' heads right as we're talking about this. Why do you think school shootings are like big right now? People aren't well. This is so sad. Three of Wands. This is like we really need to think about where we want to head in the future and dedicate ourselves to that. Get real. What do you want? And what seeds can you plant to make that happen? We are not in a good place. We are not in a good place. Two of Cups. We're against each other. I think the Republicans and the Democrats are also fighting right now too about how we move about this. Because, you know, Democrats are more like, you know, less guns, less violence, less military, which to an extent I agree. But I also understand why they feel this way because it's not stopping. Honestly, if they just put more money into mental health resources, we wouldn't be here. But sickness sells, fear sells. And that's why we're here. The Chariot. Look at, and they told me to use this deck, which look at this. Looks militant, right? I think that's the word. This looks like a military. We are, oh my God. How do we keep this from happening, Spirit? Hold your loved ones close. And when you feel angry, go within. Because that Ace of Wands is reversed. So it's like, use that to fuel something that inspires you. Like, for instance, I was grieving an ex not too long ago, hit the anger stage. I wrote some banger songs because of it. You know what I didn't do? Go online and assault him emotionally. You know, we need to be productive with the energy that we have. Use it for good. Detach. You got to detach from what's going on right now. Pray for the families of both of them. You could hate the 22-year-old. I get it. That's fine. Of course, it's just, I can't hate the kid because he's not as intelligent as everybody's given. Just because you're book smart, it does not mean you're emotionally intelligent. It does not mean you're street smart. This kid wanted to make a name for himself. I stand by what I said. If there was somebody else helping him, could have been a friend or something, but this doesn't feel like when I did the JFK reading. It doesn't feel anything like that. Eight of Cups. Walk away from things that upset you. Walk away from things that don't serve you. Especially with the red here, if Republicans really stress you out that bad, if there is nothing you can do, let it fucking go. Let it go. If you know people in your family, people around you that are really upset and they want to do something, let it go. Make them let it go. Bring love back into the equation is really the message. Ace of Cups, yeah, pouring into yourself so that you can pour into others. Oh, God. Because if our egos aren't okay, this is like, people are going to continuously try to overthrow the government, but they're not doing it the right way. It's like people that are mentally unwell that are like, oh, I'll be the hero. And then they might take out another one, and then boom, more military. Isn't there like a bunch of military around the White House like right now? Or it was like semi-recently, I saw that. But with the Six of Wands in the reverse, it's like we need to get over ourselves because that's a card about ego. You're not a hero for killing. Yeah. Power is what's ruling the world right now, and that's why no one can think straight. This is just a sad story. I'm sorry. Back deck. Knight of Swords. He wanted to be a hero. Come on. He wanted to be a hero. I mean, does he have mommy issues? Because the Empress is there. So maybe he was having issues with his mom. His mom wasn't paying attention. Because notice how he's looking at the Empress who's not looking at him. So I can feel a very strong abandonment wound in this kid. So it's like, yeah, King of Pentacles. This is someone who's like, I'm trying to create something for myself. A solid foundation forever. Even if that means I'm in jail getting love letters. People are going to love me. Like, this is what happens. Page of Wands is like regret. It's aggression that's not even at Charlie. Honestly, I'd be shocked if he knew enough about Charlie. Charlie was just a victim in a larger game. Wheel of Fortune, this was an opportunity in the eyes of the shooter. So yeah, I'm sorry guys. I didn't mean to be so like doom and gloom, but this is going to, if you don't want to see shootings on the news all the time anymore, you got to stop watching it because here's the thing. They did studies on it. This is why we don't see happy things in the news because people don't click on it. People click on the things that make you fearful. And then you got social media where everybody believes that every article that they're seeing is accurate. And so what are they doing? They're fueling the fire to get you scared. And then you got people that are radicals on both sides. And then this is where we end up. And then everybody's shocked. Really? Real quick, Spirit Team, was there anyone at all that helped him do this? He wanted to start new. His life was falling apart. This is like when you're angry and you take it out on the wrong person. Yeah, again with the Four of Wands, I'm telling you, there was problems in his home life. He didn't feel seen. He didn't feel valued. There's something about a girl. I don't know if it was a breakup or a girl rejecting him, but he's a 22-year-old kid. And so he thought he could be a hero because look at how everybody responded to Mangione. And if everybody's sitting here going, Trump's the devil and he deserves to die, this is the shit that happens. I understand that Trump is not the best. I get that. This will never be the answer. And I'm sure like most people have probably clicked off by now because they're sick of me ranting. But I am telling you right now, the more we feed into this, we are headed towards a civil war. We are headed towards our government being so afraid of us that we could lose our rights to guns entirely. And I know some of you are like, we shouldn't have guns. Well, if the government is afraid of us, we damn well should. And they are. They're afraid of us. And honestly, if it helps, bigger picture, like real big picture, this is going to force change in everyone. It's necessary. And one thing I'll tell you to bring a little bit of peace, obviously Charlie didn't know this, but I feel his soul. He signed up for this. He signed up because I think the CEO did too, Mangione, because I'm being drawn. They both just stepped up in front of me. Oh my God, I see them clear as day. Hold on, I'm channeling, hold on. We had to be martyrs for the cause. I want to cry. This was always planned. The people got stagnant. The people felt comfortable letting the government rule them. And so it had to go this way. This is why Trump had to be president, to bring out the rage, to prove that the mental health crisis is worse than it is, to prove that our government's not helping us the way that they should be, but things have to fall apart so that they can come back together. And if we see all this pain in the world, it brings out our empathy, which hopefully brings about good change. I don't think Charlie suffered, if that helps. I know he was shot in the neck. I don't know if he died on spot or whatever, but what I see is his soul stepping out the moment he got shot. So I don't think he suffered. Like, they're showing me, because we did this in the reading about what happens when you die. It's a really good reading. Check it out. But I'm seeing his soul step out. So it's like, even if, like, let's say he grabbed his neck and he was like, he was already gone. Like, I see his soul. Like, you know, when you dissociate, it kind of feels like that. He was already out. So he didn't experience any pain. But he's actually a very evolved soul. I think he was like, sorry, I'm just straight channeling. I could feel him. He's here. I think he was like a shaman or something else in a past life where he was a speaker for people. Like, to help elevate humanity. I don't know this guy. Like, I haven't followed it. I really just saw your comments and did a 2-minute Google search. Did he really bring people, did he elevate people's moods? Did he change the perspective of Democrats? Did he help people, like, come together? Yeah, I'm hearing the song Come Together. I think he's been doing that in many lifetimes. And I think, unfortunately, in this lifetime, he signed up to be a martyr, to show that if we don't focus on the main issue, which is mental health, this is not going to stop. I don't see a conspiracy here, guys, and I'm sorry if you're disappointed with this reading. If you made it till the end, please let me know. I feel, oh my God, I can feel him so strongly. He's still here. Charlie's still here. He's watching over his family right now. Does he have kids? Or like a wife or something? Because I see him watching over the people that are crying. He's like, tell my family I love them. Oh, I want to. That's probably why I want to cry, because I could feel him. He's here. He's very handsome. Does he have blue eyes? I didn't really look at his photo. I just dove in. He looks like my ex. Is there anything you want to say? I can feel that you're here. He's bringing me right back to Modest Yahoo one day. Tell my family I love them. I died with a purpose. Please know I died with purpose. This was always meant to happen this way. If people don't see that we aren't coming together, if people don't realize that mental health is the issue, if people don't realize that your neighbor is not your enemy, we're going to head down a dark path. And I think we're going to continue to see more of this. He's nodding. More school shootings, more violence. I think Trump is scared. Yeah. He's telling me that the government's preparing to make radical moves to keep themselves safe because they're afraid of us. His soul is very evolved. I wouldn't be shocked if he convinced, like, radical Democrats to see his point of view, because he's very, like, diplomatic. I mean, he's a Libra. That makes sense with that Venus energy of, like, he gives very one love, Bob Marley type of energy. Is there anything else you want to say, sir? You got the floor. I just keep hearing, tell my family I love them and it wasn't in vain. This is going to change the world as we know it. And then he just said, thank you. Okay, so, wow, all right. He's still earthbound. I got to point that out. He's still earthbound because everybody's mourning him. And so that kind of keeps the soul around. It feels like he's going to be around for a little while longer because he's watching over. Does he have kids? Or does he have a wife or something? Because I feel him like he's watching over his family, because obviously his family's falling apart. But it's like he's watching all the grieving of everyone around, and it's like he's trying to... I know this is going to be left field, but if you're this far in, I feel like he's been a spirit guide before, because I see him trying to help heal the people that are suffering from this right now. And, oh my God. Well, if you've reached the end of this video, he doesn't blame the kid. He doesn't blame the kid. He's like, it sucks, but it had to be done to show how unwell we all are. He's just like, if this doesn't stop, we're going to end up killing each other when we're all feeling the same way. And I had to be a martyr, because people had to see that even good people will get killed if we don't change. All right. Anything else? Please hold your loved ones for me. Please tell everybody that you love them. Tomorrow's never promised. Try not to be afraid. This was all planned, higher realm-wise. Yeah, it's like, don't cry for me, celebrate for me, change for me, help bring peace for me. That's why I signed up to do this. Wow. Okay. Okay, he's gone. Okay, wow. All right, I didn't even expect that to happen. So I'm going to leave it here. If you hated this video, I understand. If you made it till the end, can you let me know? Like, leave a butterfly emoji or something. What do you guys think? I understand if you hate the kid. I can't blame you. Feel your feelings. I'm never going to tell you not to feel your feelings. But this is our society failing us. Mental health is at an all-time low. If we don't get a hold of this, start praying. Like, I don't want you guys to be afraid, but I don't think anyone specifically, like, if you're watching this, you're probably safe, to be honest with you, because I know my guides wouldn't do that. But we're going to see more death. We're going to see more shootings. We're going to see more people thinking that they can be a hero because they don't feel seen in their day-to-day lives. This is not over. And I think that's why, because I know someone commented on my other video when I did Mangione, and they had said that, like, they knew him and he was a really good guy. That's the point. People are going to start getting that are genuinely good people, so that we wake up and see that violence isn't the answer. Trying to understand other people's perspective and finding a middle ground, that is what's going to get us out of this. Just pray for all families involved. I don't know what else to say, guys. If you want to book a private reading with me, right now it's the wait list, so email me with wait list on the subject. This is so sad. I'm going to go outside, touch some grass, tell the people I love them. I think you should do the same. This is just a sad story. I don't see any conspiracy here. I really don't. But yeah, damn. I still feel him here. He's like, he just touched my shoulder and he's like, it's okay, kid. Like, we're going to get through this. Even on the other side, he's very positive, glass half full type of man. And he's funny too. I think if his family talks about him, I think he's got a very funny sense of humor, very quick-witted, he knows what to say. He's very charming. But he wants this to be about change. That's why he signed up for it. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you want to scream at me, I respect it. But murder's never the answer, and I'm not going to falter from that. So yeah, I'm going to leave it here, guys. Thank you guys for being here. I know this isn't the best video, but if you could hype my video, I would appreciate that. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. Hold your loved ones today. Don't forget that tomorrow's never promised. That's what Charlie would want for you. And I'm going to leave it here. So take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. And I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you for watching.
Life's complicated. We all have our faults. The more we are separate, we close off our hearts. No vulnerability and we can't connect. Lean on our vices to try and forget that we're only human. We all want the same. Egos and pride differ when we're to blame. Now you're alone in tears asking God why. Imagine what happened if we simply tried.